And like that, episode 2.
Episode 2.
Episode 1 is uploading as we speak.
Yes, sir.
So if this is somehow your first episode, you might want to go check that out.
Or not. Yeah.
Not that these are like episodical. Like this is like you need the first episode's context for this one. No, nothing like that. But
Yeah, you might mention your like a thing or two, but not really. No.
I don't think so. I don't think it'll be necessary.
New week, new stories, new ideas. Most definitely. Yeah. Did you have a topic to start off with? Or did you have anything in mind?
Not really, but I will just say this while I do have the floor. Thank you, MatPat, for everything you've done throughout the years. MatPat is retiring. March 9th will be his last day as the main head of game theory. Which feels crazy to say and makes me feel crazy old because I remember summer heading into freshman year, like binging all of the FNAF theories. And from that moment on, I was just obsessed with the lore. I still am. Don't quite know how that change is gonna go. I don't know. It's just weird because I know there are other FNAF theorists out there that are like very credible that do their research and shit. But like, I don't know. It's just like MatPat is like the guy. At least I watch. I know these other guys have millions of followers.
Yeah. I think he's the guy because I think it's just that sense of comfort and credibility that he has. Like he's been around for so long and he's dedicated so much to so many, games and shows and so on and so forth that when he started talking about FNAF, he kind of took the floor and he ran with it. So now we have other guys who are also invested in it, but it's not the same. It's not the same as MatPat. That's your boy. That's like
he's been there since day one.
Day one. So he'd be the guy you go to, right? Like a new game came out, or a book or something.
Mm-hmm.
He's that guy, and you're like, shit. What does MatPat got under his belt right now? What is bro gonna cook?
Exactly. Like the latest game came out, Help Wanted 2 came out, and I watched MatPat. Not even for like entertainment or for like comedy purposes. I just watched it because I want to see him. I just wanted to see him like formulate the theories like live, like as he's playing the game. And if I just wanted to watch someone play the game for fun and comedy's sake, not just go watch Markiplier. You know what I'm saying? Just go watch Markiplier, and there it is. Because Markiplier, not that he doesn't care about lore, but that's not his thing. You don't watch Markiplier FNAF videos for
Nah, he's geeking out.
lore.
Yeah,
exactly.
You geek out. Yeah.
Like I have seen several memes of like, oh, certain players playing FNAF Help Wanted 2, and then you have Markiplier, and it's Markiplier just goofing around. Yeah, which is like, that's what you want a Markiplier for.
He just starts tweaking out, and he's like, oh no, that's not good.
What if I press this button that I probably shouldn't press, but I'm going to press it anyway, and then he dies, and he's just like, well, knew that was going to happen.
And he goes, well, maybe I shouldn't have pressed that.
Maybe you shouldn't, Mark. Maybe you shouldn't have.
But yeah, I think MatPat has done so much, and he's left such a big imprint on the field of games in general. I think games in YouTube. And then he expanded. He has done so much. He's expanded. He made film theory, which I also watched a little bit of.
Mm-hmm.
And then he went dummy stupid and created 2 more channels. So bro really did a lot, and it's pretty cool.
It's iconic. Like that is an iconic. He's just an iconic person. Like he said, he was like in the retirement video. He said he's 37.
Can't believe that.
He's not 37.
Nope. He looks 27.
He is not 37. I damn near forget he has a whole kid.
Yep, I think he has 2.
Yeah, he has 2.
He has 2 kids.
I'm like,
that's crazy.
I feel old.
And he's old enough to have a kid that is reciting the FNAF lore to him even better than he is.
Yeah.
Apparently. Which is crazy.
That's scary.
That's crazy.
That makes me feel old. But yeah. I mean, I don't just imagine. Like I'm gonna be saying that's just a theory. A game. I'm gonna be saying that like through the rest of my life. You know what I'm saying? Like in any scenario I can squeeze it in, I will.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like imagine my wife comes to me, she says, "Oh, I'm pregnant." I'm gonna be like, "That's just a theory, a game theory. You'll never see me again."
That is not the right time to use that. But
I'm obviously joking.
To each their own. To each their own. If that's how you just say that one line, and you leave and never see her again, that's crazy.
That's your problem, not mine.
That's crazy.
And you didn't get the idea from me.
Yeah, that's no, you got it from MatPat. That is just a theory.
A game theory.
That's crazy. Um, yeah, what a good way to start it. Yeah, I think MatPat deserves his props.
He deserves his flowers.
What a man. What a beautiful man. Well, hey, he is beautiful, but man, like his voice is just like just because now he obviously is always animated, so it's just his voice is so comforting. Like to hear that voice, like he just sounds so interested in all of his videos. You don't even have to see his face. Bro sounds engaged and interested in every video he makes. He's like, bro, but imagine if this happened, and he's going crazy.
Like he makes you feel. Like he clearly communicates how he feels about something, how you should feel about something. That is just a master of his craft.
It pulls you in. Like you can feel his excitement and his energy and his interest, and it's comforting. You can feel like him nerding out, and you're like, bro, I'm nerding out too now because you're like, you sound so invested in this, and you're like, holy shit, but this happened, and dun dun dun, and you're like, bro, that's me for real right now. Like,
Yeah. Like if I could, I would wipe my memory clean of the FNAF lore and just watch everything, all of the game theory FNAF videos, like from front to back, all over again.
it was also very funny watching him like, make these videos, and he's like, this is the for sure what's going on, and then like, an episode later he goes, well, everything I said went to shit the last episode, and then over the years it's just him just turning like going into insanity.
Correcting himself.
Yeah, but it's not even correcting himself. He's just going he's going insane.
Oh yeah, as anyone who has to play every game, understand every single FNAF game, to like the very T, read all the books. Like I would also go insane.
He's tweaking, and he's like, okay, that's the end of it. Like, there's no more games, no nothing, we're good. And then nope, there's the books now, and he's like, what the fuck, dude? What the
Yeah.
fuck do you mean there's books? The books are done. We're good now. Actually, we're back with games. What the fuck? And then a movie came out, and he's like, bro.
And then he's in the movie.
He's in the movie. He's in the movie too.
Oh man.
And then more games came out, bro. I'm surprised he's even retiring. Like I swear, like.
I wouldn't be surprised if Scott Cawthon just said, yeah, so FNAF is done.
We got to give MatPat a rest.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Well, I
just for his sake.
Do you think MatPat would make a comeback if like some huge FNAF thing dropped?
Oh yeah, no, for sure. I think because like he said that he's stepping away, but he still wants to. He's still gonna make games.
Involved.
So I'm sure like that's his baby, and I'm sure that he will have some involvement in that.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, 10 years dedicating your entire life to one like project. Yeah, it'd be pretty hard for me to just hand that off to
whoever. Like,
yeah.
What?
Like no matter how like say this podcast were to go for 10 years and this podcast isn't necessarily hard to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm recording on my phone. It's a bit of a learning curve, but it's like a genius to learn how to figure out, an audio workstation, set up microphones. Like none of this I'm doing, none of this that we're doing is intentionally hard.
Yeah.
But 10 years in, to think of, I'm handing this off to another editor. I'm, putting everything in the hands of other people. That's gonna be hard for me to do.
No, for sure, because that's something that like you dedicate for so long that it becomes like a part of you, and you become proud of the work that you do, right? And like it's you leave your mark on that thing, and so he's done the same thing. So I'm sure when it comes to FNAF, bro's gonna pop up. Bro's gonna be like, nah, I'm
back.
Exactly. But yeah.
Ooh, episode is fully rendered in HD now, so the episode is officially out now.
There we go.
Episode 1
I mean, there was no doubt by the time that this episode came out, it'd be out. But
yeah, I forget. Yeah.
There we go.
If I upload it on YouTube more often, I would be able to account for how long it takes for videos to render. But I'm a bad YouTuber.
Yeah, it's a bit long of an episode too, but That's probably why as well.
Hour and a half. That's your average podcast.
Yeah, you guys can go watch my my suffering for a good little bit of it there.
It was funny.
It was something. Yeah, definitely something. Um, but yeah. Now we kickstarted episode 2.
Here we are.
Here we are. What else? What else do we got going on? What else does week 1 have entail for, or this week has had entail for us?
I'm trying to think. I don't think anything crazy happened last week. I mean, this week, to my knowledge. If you want to go talk about sports, Nick Saban retired.
Damn. Yes.
Bill Belichick
Yes.
is no longer the New England Patriots head coach
He bounced.
anymore.
Yep.
Gerard Mayo, which
Instantly got hired.
no, but I think the craziest part for me is just like I grew up watching Gerard Mayo play for the Patriots. So now
Bro, it's crazy.
Yeah. So now I'm at the age to where he's the head coach.
Yeah.
And he's the youngest head coach in the league.
In the league. Apparently by a month. From
only by a
Sean
month?
McVay. Yeah.
I thought McVay was 38.
No.
He's still 37?
Yeah, or maybe Mayo's gonna turn 38 next month or something. I know he's only a month younger than Sean McVay.
Wow, that's crazy.
Dude, Sean McVay,
That's low-key a goat right there.
props to this man.
I mean, how old is Bill Belichick?
Bro's in his 70s. There's no shot. Yeah, for sure.
Could you imagine Sean McVay coaching for 40 years?
Dude, he'd be the greatest coach of all time, and it's not close.
Probably.
He'd beat Don Shula's record of wins. He'd whip the floor
Easily.
with his wins.
Well, let's not say that because the Rams have kind of set themselves up pretty badly in the future with their lack of draft picks.
I mean, yes, but this season we've seen what they did. They cooked.
True.
You know, like what Puka was a 6th-round pick, something like that.
I thought he was undrafted.
Was he undrafted? I'm not sure.
Let's
All
see.
I know is
I'll
they
look it up.
didn't have. I don't think they had a 1st or a 2nd this year.
Nope.
And he's a 2nd team All Pro. The 2nd team All Pro came out.
You made second team?
Yeah.
Nice.
And that's really impressive as a rookie who is next to freaking Cooper Kupp. That's crazy. That's insane. Like, mind you, yes, obviously Cooper Kupp was injured for a little bit this season, but that's tough. Like, bro is crazy.
Puka was a 5th round pick.
He was a 5th. That's wild. And on top of that, there's so many questions this year coming to this year because Stafford was injured for what? All of last year or like
Most of it.
Most of it, yeah. So many questions. That team was dog shit. And, people are like, oof. Was Stafford a 1-year wonder kind of situation? Well, like for LA, obviously, because they had 1 year success with the Super Bowl. Was where you'd be like, oh, that's it. Like his wheels off the bat fell off, or like, is this the multi-year success that McVay had in mind when they got Stafford? And then boom, this year Puka comes in, Cooper Kupp gets injured. You're like, oh nah, damn, they're cooked. And Puka, well, mind you, I think day 1 Puka came in. I think it was literally the first game he started cooking already.
Yeah.
So he killed it. He killed this year. Bro went ballistic. So I think
it didn't even take Cooper Kupp getting injured. Well, no, it did because he was injured since week 1. Actually, I forgot. I have him in fantasy.
he came into the year injured, right? That's what it was. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Cooper Kupp came into the year injured. So
That's what it was. Yeah. So, but when Cooper Kupp came back, bro still was cooking. Bro was still cooking.
Yep, I had to watch Matt Stafford throw the ball to Puka instead of Cooper Kupp, and I was mad
Depression.
because I have Cooper Kupp in fantasy. Speaking of fantasy, you won the playoffs
Yes,
in
I
our
won.
in our 12-man league
Yes, I did.
after having the last pick in the draft.
Yes.
Yeah. Put
Yeah.
your crown on, man.
Yeah.
That was no one saw that coming.
Nope.
Because
I walked into that draft room depressed. I was like, bro, I got the last pick. Yeah, I came out of work. I was like, okay. And then they were auto generating what pick everyone got, and I got last pick. And I was like, well, fuck me, I guess. And then 12-man, that's crazy.
that's pretty bad.
Yeah. I was like, okay, what can I do here? Looking like what ESPN is projecting what picks fall, and I'm like, wow, that's crazy. 11 picks off the board already is tough. But I drafted really well, and I cooked. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how it came out.
I stand by what I said at the beginning of the year when you drafted Josh Allen and CD Lamb, I stand by what I said at that time. But obviously now I was wrong. I will admit I was wrong.
What'd you say?
I said those are bad picks because I didn't trust Josh Allen
Mm.
and I don't trust the Cowboys at all. So
Well,
I'm like I don't know, man. Those aren't. If it was me, I wouldn't do it.
sound like they shot in your predictions, huh? The number one receiver in fantasy and the number one quarterback in fantasy, right there. They actually the two picks that he was dogging on me for won me fantasy, right there. Boom. I also drafted Garrett Wilson with my first round pick. I honestly, if Garrett Wilson was healthy, I would have won fantasy by a mile. If I'm being honest, I would have. It would have been bad.
Holy shit, you're right.
If Aaron Rodgers was healthy, I would have cooked all y'all.
Oh my god.
It would have been bad. It would have been real
You
bad.
were giving us mercy.
Literally. No, God was. That was God right there. Because I didn't coming into actually this year I didn't really need Garrett Wilson. I had Mike Evans, who was also a top 10 receiver in fantasy.
Bro, if you had Garrett Wilson, CeeDee Lamb, and Mike Evans
I would have had 3 top 10 receivers. Yeah,
with Josh, oh my god, yeah, no, it wouldn't have even.
it would have been ugly. It would have been bad.
It wouldn't have
The
been
only
close.
the only bad part was with pick 12. I didn't have any good running backs, like that looked good. And now that they pan out really good. Like I think who I had, I think if I remember properly, I think Tony Pollard was there, but bro ended like 20th or something like that.
Yeah, I had to talk you out of that one, yeah, because you wanted to pick him. I was like,
25.
dog, don't do it. I told you not to do it.
Yeah,
I was right about that one.
I mean, yeah. To be fair, yeah, he definitely underperformed. I'm trying to think who else was there. There wasn't really. Actually, I'm trying to think. The number one, the gap between one and everybody else in fantasy in terms of running backs, there's just no value, right? Like,
You have Christian McCaffrey.
and then looking back this year, who's two? I can't even tell you who two is. But it doesn't matter because I saw on Twitter a statistic and it was like the biggest gap between 1 and 2 for any position in fantasy. By far the biggest is running back.
No,
It's
for
not
sure.
close.
I believe it.
It's like an average of 10 points or something like that, which is fucking
No,
ridiculous.
that's massive in a fantasy
Yeah.
game. 10 points is massive.
Huge. So, I think the number 2 running back in fantasy is maybe Kyron Williams. I'm not sure who it was.
Oh no, it had to be Kyron Williams. It had to be. Who else could it have been?
I'm trying to think who else.
Raheem Mostert, maybe?
Yes, Raheem did. Yeah, I think maybe it was Raheem Mostert. Maybe, possibly.
No, it was probably Raheem Mostert because Kyron Williams was injured for most of the year.
Actually, no, it wasn't as big as I thought it was. I thought it was bigger, like the gap of injury, but it wasn't that bad. It was good enough where he got second team All Pro in not fantasy in the actual league he got second team All Pro.
Kyron Williams or Raheem?
Kyron Williams.
Really?
Yeah,
Then
I mean,
Where did Raheem go?
not on the list.
He wasn't on the All-Pro team this
He
year?
was not All Pro team. which is
You're
crazy.
lying to me.
No, I'm being so for real.
So first team running back was Christian McCaffrey, I'm going to assume.
Yep, of
Second
course.
team running back was Kyron Williams.
Yep.
So then who was third team? Because there's 3 All-Pro teams.
I don't know. Oh wow, Raheem ended at 5. How did he go in 5?
That's crazy. No, who was
Kyron was 7. Am I tripping? Yo, who?
who was on the third team? Because now I got to know. All NFL third? Bro,
Oh, because they benched them. That's why. Obviously, they Raheem didn't play week 18 and now to Kyron Williams. Makes sense. Like
Wait, why didn't Raheem play? I'm
was
asking as
injured.
a Dolphin. Oh,
he was injured.
okay.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
about to say, as a Dolphins fan,
He should have
you would
played.
know.
Yes, most definitely. I can't even see who was number 2. Who will be number 2 in fantasy?
As running
Who-
back?
Who cooked? The Ravens run with Lamar.
Not even just that. They just were dealing with injuries all year.
Wow.
Who would have?
Who would have been number 2 there? Because that's
I really couldn't tell you.
an interesting spot. Saquon was injured.
No, Saquon wasn't injured. He just was bad this year.
Dude, wasn't he injured for like 1 or 2 games?
I think maybe.
I think it's enough to keep him out of contention.
I don't know.
Yeah, not even
I
close.
checked out the season after we were down by 20 to the Cardinals at halftime. I checked out.
Dude, who else?
That was week 2.
Who could have been?
No, I'm looking up this all pro team because there's no way Raheem Mostert didn't make an all pro team.
Yeah, my fault. Yeah, I won fantasy. Yes, long story short, I did win fantasy. Great time.
I thought that said Aaron Rodgers for a second. I'm like, that's just wrong.
Uh,
There's just no way.
yeah, it panned out pretty well. I was pretty happy with it. I won this year too with some pretty dog shit running backs. Both running backs I think I got off the waiver wire and they're both dog shit.
Oh, there's only 2 All-Pro teams.
I thought that
I thought there was 3. Or am I thinking of the NBA?
I think you're thinking the NBA probably.
Yeah, I'm thinking NBA.
I ended the year with Chuba Hubbard and Ty Chandler as my running backs. Huh?
Who had that on their 2023 fantasy bingo card?
Yep.
That a champion would have Ty Chandler and Chuba Hubbard at running back. Who
The rest
had
of my
that?
team is stacked though. To be fair.
No, yeah, I'm Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
But in my defense, again, who in the hell would have expected Josh Allen and CeeDee Lamb to both go number 1 at their positions?
Josh Allen is less like
What is less preposterous of a claim?
but CeeDee Lamb nobody
Like
thought.
no one was thinking.
Nobody thought.
No one thought that Dak Prescott was just gonna be like, my other receivers. Nah, I
Fuck
don't
those
have
guys.
those.
Yeah.
88.
88's that guy.
I'm gonna just throw it to him every play.
Bro, I didn't even watch. I didn't even watch Cowboys games like that crazy. But man, there was one. I think it was against Seattle. I think it was Seattle. Bro, that man threw like 3 balls that should have been picks, but he was like, "Fuck it, I know 88's up there somewhere." Like everybody says that. Everybody says that joke, right? Where a
Were you with
quarterback
this?
goes,
Were you with? Did I watch that game with you?
"No,
The
no."
Seahawks Cowboys
I
game?
was with my cousin. We were at Ale House.
Oh,
And
right.
I was yelling CD nuts because that's the name of my team actually. CD's nuts won fantasy.
And CeeDee Lamb won you fantasy.
Yeah,
How fitting.
and man, 3 of those balls they just look they like basically they were like kind of balls. Like
Mhm.
damn, like you can't throw that, and he threw that because he just knew he was like, you know what? He he said my first read is the read. He
Yeah,
said-
like there is no read. It's just throw the ball to 88.
Yeah.
That's not even a read at that point. That's just instinct.
Bro, he said, I don't read books. I read one book, and it said Dak to CD. That's the entire book right there.
No,
Literally.
and with the way CeeDee Lamb looked this year, if I was a quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys, Brandon Cooks, Michael Gallup, I'm sorry, y'all not getting the ball.
Yeah, get out of here, bro.
Y'all are just not getting the ball.
Yeah, who would have had that on his bingo card? That his number 2 option would be the tight end Schuster or something like that. Or
Ferguson.
Ferguson. My
Only
fault,
reason why I
my
know that
fault.
because I have him in fantasy because I picked him up
Yes.
because
I was-
Darren Waller got injured.
That's the second tight end. My fault. That Schuster, Michael Smith, something. I don't fucking know. Yeah, it's Ferguson. Crazy, right?
Where were you pulling those names from?
Schuster. I remember like watching one of these games with you, and you were like, "Bro, why is he throwing this to some bum named Schuster or something like that?" Yeah, that's his other tight end, I believe. Something.
Oh
Schuster.
no, it's like Shoemaker or some shit.
Shoemaker. That's
It's
what
some
it is.
dumb shit like shoot.
Yeah.
We're on the topic of dumbass names
Mm.
in football. Have you heard? No, I know you heard of this. I don't even know why I'm asking you this.
I know exactly what you're gonna say. Go ahead.
Noah.
Yes.
That's not a real name. That and that. I mean, it is a real name, I guess, but that's not how you pronounce it.
It's
That's not how you pronounce it. I'm sorry.
So
No, Luca. That is not how the English language works. Name me a word that starts with KN that goes kn. Name me one.
Oh yeah, no, you're right, but I'm sure they had to do that. Now my favorite part was there's a clip that was posted, bro. This is why I love Twitter. There was a clip posted, and it was
The
It
one you
was-
showed me?
it was RG3
Yeah.
interviewing this man, and then he's just talking. He's like, "Yeah, my boy," and then they're talking, and then he goes, "So, serious question," and Noah goes, "Yeah, what's up?" And he goes, "Have you been to Paris?" And then it just goes straight to the to the fucking Kanye song comes on. Bro, it's hilarious. It's hilarious.
I did. Was gonna
And
say.
it's highlights of him. It's
I-
highlights of RG3. That's crazy.
I did. Was gonna say. Why didn't you say the name? I just remembered that.
What? Yeah.
No reason.
Yeah.
But you know he is. All I'm saying, he has to be on the Raiders.
That's crazy. So
Could you imagine?
him and Max Crosby?
Yes.
Yes.
That's be the craziest combo of all time.
That'd be hilarious.
Because Max Crosby, he's black.
He's black.
You can tell me he's not black.
That's a dog right there.
That is he is black.
He's black. For real, for real.
And because I don't think Paris has like a football stadium or anything that could be used as a football stadium. But if by some way somehow,
I mean, they have a soccer stadium, and that could definitely be used as a football stadium. But like, the Parc de France, yes, Parc, yeah.
dude, the NFL
What a cook.
has a chance to do the funniest shit ever
Yeah,
if he gets to the league.
yeah,
You would literally have nigga in Paris.
yeah.
They have the chance to do the funniest shit ever.
Or at least host a football game in Paris. Like his rookie year, whatever team is there, they're like, bro, Paris, yo, France, my boy, revenue for you, revenue for me. You could also, the ticket sales will be massive, massive. Like, and hear me out. Hey, hear me out.
Oh god.
Halftime, they're performing the song. Kanye and Jay-Z come out, and they're performing the song. Bro, are you serious?
That's never
That'd
gonna
be
happen.
so hard.
That's never gonna happen. But what I,
So hard, that shit great.
but I was gonna say that no matter what team he's on, their walkout song has to be "Niggas in Paris."
It has to.
That has to be the walkout
I agree.
song.
Hype.
I don't care. I
So
don't
hype.
care what team he's on.
Genuinely, I think I think I'd
I would
have
watch
to
that game.
experience that at least once. Like if they ever play any game relatively close by, I would have to.
Just to watch him play.
No. Just to hear the entrance
Uh huh.
when the entire team comes out with that song, I'd be like, yo, like if he doesn't get drafted to the Dolphins, I'd have to be like, I respect the fuck out of that team because that's cold as fuck. Like that was cold.
Yeah. No. First, drafting him is a controversy within its own. If y'all
Poor
thought
guy. Like I wouldn't stop him.
if y'all thought having an open gay player was some shit in the NFL, ooh, wait till he gets in the draft.
I mean, to be fair, like I don't think that should stop him from getting drafted though. Like I think if bro is
No, it
a
shouldn't.
dog,
But it
then he's a
shouldn't.
dog. You know what I mean? Like I would
Yeah, but that's just how the league is. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, like when the first openly gay player was in the draft, that's all. Like, he wasn't known for
in the
being
draft.
Yeah.
Who was it?
This was years ago. I believe his name was Michael Sam. This is back in 2014, I believe.
Because I know a player came out like a few years ago. I forgot his name.
Carl Nassib came out.
Yes, Carl Nassib.
Yeah, but he wasn't the first. The first openly gay player to be in the league was, I believe his name was Michael Sam. And he was being drafted, and he announced, like, he was open about it before he even got drafted. And
Interesting.
I just remember the stories about him not being about like how good or bad he was. It was just the fact that he is the first openly gay player in the NFL. That was the whole story.
Interesting. Yeah, I think it's interesting.
'Cause before anything else, the NFL is a business, sadly.
Yeah,
Before anything
yeah.
else.
I think that yeah, it is a business. That's fair. So maybe they gotta think about like how realistic it is for them to. I don't know. I think it's interesting. I think it's obviously like a media poll, a media point, and a lot of teams don't want to be like media centric. Like they want to be talked about because of how good they are, not about like a specific player. You know what I mean? Or like for example, the Chiefs with fucking Taylor Swift. Like the Chiefs don't give a goddamn. You know what I mean? Like they don't want to be known for the team that like Taylor Swift cheers for. They want to be known as a team that you don't want to play. You know, because their defense is great, or Mahomes. Like they don't want to be known because of Swifties. Fuck that shit. Like or better examples. They don't want to be known because of Mahomes' fucking family.
Oh,
They don't
yeah.
want to be known for that shit. Like they want to be as low key as possible when it comes to anything outside of their organization. Like any behind the scenes stuff or distractions, they don't want to be talked about for.
Not at all. no.
Obviously, that's a winning team. Like the Patriots, man, they'll cut that shit out so fast. Like the Patriots, they
Bro,
don't.
Bill Belichick would have went up to that suite and told her to get out of there.
Bro stands on business, and then therefore, all the players do too. Like Tom Brady, bro. Tom Brady himself would have cut that shit out.
Tom Brady been pissed me off lately. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Why? Well, what is bro doing, bro? Bro, tired. What's going on with you, bro?
No, I've just been seeing a lot of clips from like this interview he did.
With who?
I don't even know who the fuck the guy was. I think it was like some like one of those like a TED Talk type kind of thing where it was like there's like a crowd or whatever, and he was just kind of just talking or whatever. It was like
Okay.
it wasn't a TED Talk, but I know he was on a stage talking to somebody, and then there was like a crowd out there.
Okay.
And I saw a clip, and he was talking about Ndamukong Suh,
Yes.
and then he was just like, "Oh, Ndamukong Suh was one of those guys where he didn't fuck with you, and he was gonna let you know about it, and whatever the fuck." And then Brady was going on like, Brady, mind you, this is the same Brady who in the past has said, "Oh, everyone in the league is so nice, back when I played, we were trying to take each other's heads off." One, shut the fuck up. Two, in this same exact interview I'm talking about, he goes, "Oh, I always was super nice to the defensive guys because I didn't want to give them more of a reason to want to hit me harder than they already want to hit me."
Right.
Which sure makes sense, but you literally said the exact opposite thing months prior. Literally the exact opposite thing months prior.
Well, what did he say? What did he say?
No, what I just said, all the players nowadays, which Brady's saying nowadays is crazy, as if he wasn't in the league a year ago.
Yeah, literally a year ago. Yeah.
Like, your last game was last year, buddy. Relax.
Yeah, this time last year, actually, literally.
That's like LeBron retiring right now and being like, "Yeah, man, back when I played, motherfucker, you played last month."
Yeah.
Like, I love LeBron, but bro, you played last month. You can't say back when I played. You just finished playing.
You're looking like an 18 dinosaur when you be playing.
Exactly. So he's like, "Oh, they're all so buddy when they play. Back when I played, we wanted to take each other's heads off, trash talk, all that stuff." Which, yeah, sure, that's how it was in like the 2000s, but like by the 2010s, hell, by the late 2000s, the league was already making steps to become of a less violent sport.
Yeah. No. Yeah. But I think there's still trash talk. I mean, like.
No, there is definitely
Shit.
still trash talk.
I mean, even if it's more, I guess, peaceful. I guess because we don't have like, I don't know, like murderers playing the sport.
Wife beaters,
Yeah. Yeah. Literal wife beaters, murderers.
Yeah.
We don't have the John Morants in NFL. I guess. Sorry, my bad.
Oh, that's another thing that happened this week.
Oh yes, John Morant got out for the year, right, or something like that.
Yeah, he tore his labrum.
That's rough.
Sending prayers out to John Morant.
He came back and was cooking for a little bit.
He was, yeah.
Yeah, unfortunate.
But anyway.
But yeah, there is still trash talk. I mean, shit, man. Micah Parsons, his little podcast, he still talks shit too, saying crazy shit like I could be Tyreek Hill's quarterback or I can be, Debo's quarterback, which I think is fucking great.
That's another guy I can't stand.
Yeah. I mean, like I get his point, right? Which is like these guys make it easier on the quarterback, but like
no,
that's preposterous because that's like Tyreek Hill saying, "Oh, I can be an edge rusher if I'm on the Cowboys because they have a great D line, or I could be a great edge rusher on the Niners D line because they have other great D linemen." Like no, that's not an accurate statement. Like you cannot say that saying I as if he can play the position. It's just not accurate. You don't know what goes into that position, or you don't have the context behind what goes on in that position.
I don't know. I feel like if it was a player that is known for being versatile,
like Taysom Hill. Taysom Hill is a great example.
No, let's go on the defensive side. Let's say a player who's known for being versatile on just the defensive side. I know that there's a Vikings defender. I think his name is Josh Metellus. To where I saw a screenshot of his snap count, and he's played almost every position on the field as a defender, and he was doing it at an insane level. Not insane, but at a very well level. He's supposed to be, I believe, an inside linebacker, but he plays. I believe he takes snaps at safety, inside linebacker, outside linebacker. You know what I'm saying? So if you're a versatile guy like that on the defensive side, then maybe the statement of I can be your quarterback is valid, and that's a very very thin maybe.
I think another great example was Isaiah Simmons in college. Bro,
True.
bro played so many positions in college. I think he literally played safety, linebacker, and edge in
Bro, don't
college.
don't talk to me about the Giants right now, bro. Don't
Um,
talk to me
well,
about
I'm
them.
talking about him, and I think he played for Clemson, right? In his
Yeah,
Clemson
he
days.
played for Clemson.
Yeah, in his Clemson days, bro was an animal. He
Yeah,
was he was
he was everywhere.
outrageous.
He was
He
everywhere.
he cooked.
But again, to say that you can be the
Be a
court
quarterback is
because
fucking crazy. That was his form of trash talk. Is what I'm
like
trying to say.
here's my thought process. Like for me to tell you I can be your quarterback, do you understand? Like Tyreek Hill isn't just I'm gonna sit by the line of scrimmage, get the ball and run. No, like he runs routes.
Yeah,
So imagine having to throw like a crossing route.
to the fastest man in the
Yeah,
league.
you have to account for his speed.
Yep.
Mind you, just throwing a football in general with pinpoint accuracy in the NFL is no laughing matter.
Yeah.
Any human being that gets drafted to the NFL or is on an NFL roster, whether they actually play or not, you are already within like a top 10 percentile of human beings.
Yeah, that's like the NBA guy who's like I may be the worst guy in the NBA, but I am like 1,000 times better than you or any normal human being, and it's
Exactly.
not even close. And then people would talk shit, and then he'd be like, "Bet, play me in a game," and then he'd beat them like either like first to 11 or something like that. It'd be 11-0 like every time sweep, because he's like, I am trash in the NBA. I'm trash, but like I'll ride every bench, not even close. Like maybe I'll get like trash trash time, garbage time minutes.
Mm-hmm.
But I am a gazillion times better than y'all, and that's something that goes there, right? For the NFL, like bro, you are a freak human being if you get drafted, like no questions asked. You are a dog.
Yeah. Like if someone tells me you're in the NFL, even if I don't know who you are, I'm gonna be like, you got it, gang. I don't want to fuck with you
Yeah,
unless
no.
it's the kicker.
Yeah, kickers are interesting. I mean, I'm not gonna go down like the whole ninja route where he was like, I could be a kicker in the NFL. No, fuck you. Like that's not true.
When did Ninja say that?
Bro, Ninja said that. Ninja said like kickers should not be allowed to miss kicks because that's the easiest job in the NFL.
Yeah, that's like the equivalent of saying, "Oh, basketball players shouldn't miss a basket."
Yeah, that's stupid. I was like, yeah, you don't. Well, I don't know. I guess it's because it gets amplified because you're next to freak human beings who are doing crazy shit.
Mm-hmm.
So you just kicking the ball seems pretty easy. But that's not accurate.
Not just that, but like you have like your own time to do it as well. Like it's not as if it's something you're doing in like the midst of play. Like there is a very specific formation for you, very specific plays made just for you as a player for that position.
Yeah, but I feel like that I feel like kicking should not go undervalued, especially because like there is pressure. They
Oh,
win
for
games.
sure.
Yeah, they're going to win games or lose games, or I think to just say crazy shit like, oh, I could be that, or they should not be able to miss one. That's preposterous.
No.
That's crazy, because none of the positions in the NFL do you expect them to be perfect. So to say a kicker can be perfect or should be perfect is also crazy. Oh, it's also wild because there is no fucking kicker that's never missed a fucking kick, and they're still getting paid. You know why? Because no fucking NFL team signs a kicker expecting them to be perfect for 10 years, something like that. You know what I mean? What is that shit? That's wild.
Like some of the greatest kickers of all time have missed at least 100 field goals.
Yeah, no, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
That's wild.
So like I get it if all you do is miss.
Yeah.
Like if you're just known for missing.
Yeah, get cut. For sure.
But like if you're going like 2 for 3, 3 for 4, you know what I'm saying? 3 for 5.
Right.
Like
You're putting up points.
that's
which
good.
What you're contributing to the team. Yeah.
Like most kickers don't make more than one field goal a game.
I mean, yeah, unless you're going field goal crazy. Yeah, probably not. I think one or two is
Like that's like I'm pretty sure the average is like either 2 or below 2, quite honestly.
Yeah,
if I
no,
have to bet.
I wouldn't say over 2 for sure. No, I'd say like 2 at most.
So I don't know. It's a weird conversation because there are also kickers like Brendan Aubrey, like the Cowboys kicker, who actually has gone perfect all year,
Yes, yes.
which is unheard of.
Yeah, it's gonna end, but it's not gonna like tarnish him or
No,
like what he's done this year at all.
like because I'm sure there's gonna be some fuckhead where like the first time he misses a field goal, they're like, oh, he needs to get cut right now. I have his bags right here.
That's
Like,
crazy.
no,
That's
like,
crazy.
bro was like 40 for 40 the year prior.
Yeah.
Relax.
I mean, and you know what? To be fair, nowadays we have, maybe we're not aggressive on the field, like they don't want to cut their head off or trash talk. We have Twitter to do that now. Now we have everybody else's opinions and everyone else's egregious acts against humanity on Twitter
Mm-hmm.
to compensate for I don't know, like actual like killers on the field.
I also blame the NFL. Well, you're right, but I also just blame the league in general because the league is making it to where players can't talk trash. And
I
this
mean,
is a
they
problem.
find ways. They find like, come on, like fucking
This is a problem across all sports.
DK, bro. DK's that
Sign
guy.
language.
Sign language.
Which I would
I'm
not
your
be.
dad,
I would not be surprised if they start flagging him for that. Sorry, next year.
bro. They
I
can't
wouldn't-
do that, bro. Come on.
I would not be
They
surprised.
gotta cook, bro. Somebody to cook, or Max Crosby. Like Max Crosby kind of like talk shit too. Like, every time he gets near a player, he like pushes him to the floor or something like that.
And that's the sport.
That's the sport. Or he goes, little boy, and like pushes him.
Like
Oh,
that,
yeah.
and that is the sport. That to me, that is football.
Yeah.
Like, do I think football is a better place when everyone is out for blood? No. But I think there should be a healthy balance of like letting players trash talk, let players, show off because they're the show.
Yep.
You're limiting, you know, you're pretty much just limiting yourself.
And their personality, and that's kind of what people gravitate towards. I mean, like to be fair, there's some guys who do it good, like Christian Wilkins. It goes pretty unknown, but bro,
No, I've watched some Dolphins games
Bro.
and he's a troll.
bro,
He's a troll. Like
Bro.
the Dolphins games I've watched, like one of my favorite things to watch watching the Dolphins, funny enough, is anytime the offense, like the opposing offense, like it's a false start.
Yes.
He's so quick to be like right there. Or
Yeah.
like he'll do something crazy. And I'm just like that is
Yeah, what he does
funny.
if there's a false start, he runs to the other side. Like he still runs. So most players obviously when they call a false start, it's immediate. Like maybe either before the ball snap or like right as the ball snap, you already hear those whistles, you already hear the flags on the air. So bro already knows. Bo does not fuck around. He said, "I'm still moving." Wow, he runs straight to the defense, straight to the quarterback. He's right up in his face and yo, what's good, my boy? What's good, my boy? Or shit, I don't know if this was against Dallas. I don't know what it was. He takes their towels. He takes the opponent's towels.
Really?
Yeah, he takes it from their fucking belt, and he's geeking out. What's it called? He also no, never mind. People think that on Twitter that he grabbed Josh Allen's crotch. Funny enough, yeah.
Show me a clip right now.
I don't think that happened though. Like, Bro didn't do it. Bro didn't do it. Yeah, hey guys, there's still trash talk. There definitely still trolls and trash talk in the NFL. We just don't have like criminals in the NFL anymore. Yeah, we don't have Aaron Hernandez in the NFL or Ray Lewis.
So long story short, Tom Brady, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Know your place.
Christian Wilkins. Let me see. No.
If Tom Brady ever finds a clip of me telling him to shut the fuck up from this podcast, like if I ever were to meet Tom Brady and he was like, "Ain't you the same dude that said this right here?" I'd be like, "Yeah, damn Skippy." I would double down. I'd be like, "Yeah, damn right. That's why you lost to my team 2 times in the Super Bowl, bitch ass."
That's crazy.
Yeah, damn Skippy.
Let me see.
Can't find it.
trying to see. Well, because they're showing Christian Wilkins sacking him in fumble, a strip sack fumble, which was crazy.
Yikes.
Um.
If you can't find it, it's not a big deal.
Oh, here's a tweet. Uh. Christian Wilkins sexually assaulting Josh Allen again. Someone put that dude on his ass.
Again?
God. Oh, here it is. 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 I don't really see it. I guess I don't know.
Nah. That's
Wait.
they're dragging it. There's just no. I don't see enough evidence. I don't see enough evidence. Anyone who says that Christian Wilkins grabbed Josh Allen's dick, you're just weird. Although I will say I have heard that some nasty things go on in like the bottom of those piles. I have heard. I will say that though.
I don't want to know. You know what I mean? I don't want to know.
I don't want to know. I will never know nor experience it.
Yeah. You know. Oh, in other news. Sorry, I didn't want to switch topics. So
No, go
fast.
ahead. Go ahead.
I got a second part of one of my birthday presents. I got some gibbets for my Crocs.
Oh,
Let's go.
Lord. Damn.
I got Pikachu gibbets. Thank you.
These are.
Thank you,
damn.
Auntie. I appreciate it.
There's so many of these.
Yes. She's the goat. She got me Crocs, and then she was like, "You took forever to answer my question about Crocs," because she asked me if I liked Pikachu, and then she was like, "Well, I don't think she asked me. I think she asked me." Oh, that's what it was. She already got it, and then I didn't answer if I was coming to one of the family functions. And then she was like, "Well, you took too long, so I didn't bring them today." And I was like, "That's my bad. No, that's on me." Oh, it was New Year's. I didn't answer if I was going to New Year's, and she was like, "Yeah, I didn't bring them because you took too long." And I was like, "Yeah, that's on me, my fault."
Fair enough.
But I finally got them today.
Damn,
And,
this is a nice spread.
Right?
This is a fire spread, bro.
Yeah.
Gen 3 Ash, fucking a Master Ball. You have like two different Gengars. One really cool looking one. More like cutesy little Gengar. I'm fucking with these. Nice little Pikachu. Two Pikachus. One of them on a Pokemon. Three Pikachus.
Yeah, I have 3 Pikachus, I believe.
Psyduck, Dragonite,
Yeah.
Charizard, Meowth, Weezing, Totodile, Bulbasaur. I'm fucking with these.
Yeah, bro. I have a Bulbasaur?
Yeah, there's a Bulbasaur. Right here.
Bro, what? I didn't even see that one.
Yeah.
W-Mans.
Yeah.
That's so cute.
Yeah, go ahead and like take a picture of all those. Just like a whole spread of those, so I can just put this on the podcast because I don't feel like walking up and like, ooh,
Oh,
like
wait, no, leave it there. Leave
like
it there.
this ain't fucking QVC. What y'all think this is? This is a super casual podcast.
Yeah, we're doing this super casually, my boy.
Exactly.
Bro, let me take this picture, bro. And so this brings us to the topic I wanted to briefly bring up today. You know, one thing I felt like I've been curious about is what do you feel? Well, one thing I've been thinking about this year, you know, in terms of like, how I want to approach this year and kind of what I've been thinking about this year is family. You know, I feel like family has been a big factor in terms of like, my life. You know, this year,
Mhm.
and I feel like a lot of people's lives, in terms of, the past, you know, how we're raised and stuff, and how we move forward in terms of, you know, knowing the people in our corner, you know, the support systems and stuff. So
Right.
I wanted to ask, you know, how you feel about family, and you know, what's going on with you, and you know, maybe not only family, but like support systems and how that kind of affects your daily life in terms of how you run things.
Well, my perspective on family is probably gonna be a lot different than most people's because I was never really given the chance to grow up with my family
Okay.
a lot. For everyone at home or wherever you're viewing this,
Amen.
if you're on the toilet watching this, hope you're having a good shit.
That's that's crazy.
Hey man, as a fellow shitter, I will always tell people, I hope you have a good shit, because I notice like they have a bad shit, and it is not a fun time.
It's not a fun time. That's bad. Actually, you know what? My bad. I hope you have a good shit too. Take care of yourself.
Um, but I was born in New York, and I moved down here to Orlando when I was only 5 months old. And when we moved down here, we barely had any family, if any family, down here already in Orlando. And after 20 years, that has not grown that
Mm,
much. The amount of family that I have down here in Orlando has not grown that much.
fair.
Um, so I've only, I really only get to see like my family, all my cousins, my aunts, my uncles. You know, on the off chance they come down to Orlando, which is rare, or if you go up to New York.
Yep.
Those are really the only times I get to see them. Still love them to death. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like that's on my family.
Of course, doesn't change. Yeah.
But like the family that I have down here, I definitely feel closer to because I've just had more time with them. I've spent more time with them. Like my aunt, you know, she had a hand in raising me. You know, I was with her all the time. You know, she got me through high school,
Hmm.
being the nurse there. You know what I'm saying?
That's fire. It was truly fire.
That was a great time. Having your she actually retired actually.
Man, congratulations to her. Man, bless her
She
soul.
she actually retired the other day. Like I shit you not, the other day she retired.
The other day.
The other day was her
really?
last day. Yeah.
Like mid school year, she was like, "Fuck it, we ball, we're retiring."
I guess so.
Man, good for her.
Yeah.
Amen.
Um, so like I'm a kind of person, and this isn't like a family thing. This is just who I am. Is just the amount of love and respect that I have for you. More times than not, is just dependent on how much time I've spent with you.
Hmm. No, that makes sense.
So, as much as I love my grandmother, I've spent a lot more time with my aunt down here. So not
Yeah.
not to say I love one more than the other,
Of course.
but I definitely feel more of an attachment to like my aunt because she had a heavy hand in raising me, and she got me through some of the most pivotal years of my life.
Yeah. No, I feel like when you spend more time with whoever they may be, right? Your partner, your friend,
Turn this fan on. It's getting hot in here.
long term friend, family member, yeah, whatever it may be. I feel like you learn more about them. You get to see, all the sides to that person, and they see all your sides too, and you also create memories with them. That's the time where you can create deeper bonds through whether it be hardships or good times, and everything in between. Perspective, their outlook on life, all that stuff.
Mhm.
When you can see that, uh, all of that, all the sides in another human being, which is not you, you come to appreciate them more. You come to, but I don't know if love is the right word, but maybe like obviously you don't want to see what you love something more than the other, but I think that's probably the right word. I think it's like
Attachment.
attachment, appreciation.
That's why I use the word attachment because, because love is just one of those words where like depending on how you use it, it can be so harsh. So like saying, "Oh, I love someone more than you," even if that margin is very small, it just seems like such a big thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I just chose you to
Well,
say
I
it's
think
more
connection.
attachment.
Then I think connection is the right
Yeah,
word,
attachment,
maybe.
connection. Yeah, I think you're right. I think connection is a better word. I
Yeah.
think I just feel more connected to her
Yeah.
than like my grandmother, which again, love my grandmother to death. Anytime I see her, she's always making sure I'm good. When my mom was out in Italy for damn near a month, she called me to make sure I was all good. So
Oh, props to her for going to Italy too. By the way, that was
yeah, she did some G shit. She was
That-
just like, I'm turning 50. Italy it is.
Italy.
G shit.
That's real.
And we threw the biggest party we've thrown to date
Yep.
because of it.
Yeah.
She doesn't watch the podcast. Well, I don't think she would watch the podcast, so I think I can say that comfortably. And if she does, I'm not sorry, but I am sorry.
It wasn't that big. It was a big one we've thrown, but it wasn't like it wasn't again. What I told people it was like it's probably the biggest one, but it's not gonna be like Project X. We're not lunatics, okay? We're just
Oh yeah, no, it wasn't like a rager.
yeah, we're just a couple of chill people throwing parties
Exactly,
sometimes.
We're chill people. We make chill friends. You
Yeah.
know,
just
we're
don't
very
go crazy.
we're very unproblematic.
Yeah. Think of a couple like random, not random, just a couple of friends like in like their 40s, like drinking beer or something like that, but like 20 years younger. So we'd like We don't like drink beers and like watch sports. We're like, you know, we play cup pong and shit. You know, it's pretty normal, basic.
Very, very, very chill nights.
Yeah.
Our parties, the craziness just stems from how intoxicated you want to get that night. That's really where it all
Yeah,
stems from.
basically, basically, it's just it depends on
If you
the vibe we're going for. You
if you
know.
feel like getting really intoxicated, then by all means, go ahead. I won't tell you no. Just don't break any of my shit.
Yeah, basically, totally up to you. Um, but
But yeah, family is it is a very important thing. It can make or break somebody. It's just one of those things that's really it's really finicky because I've seen people who have come from god awful families, but they themselves are great people. And I just look at them like, how the hell did you come from this?
yeah,
And I've seen some really shit people come from really good families.
yeah,
So it's
I-
families. I think it honestly, I think it just comes down to the person. I think it just really comes down to who the person is at their core to determine like how much they value their family and whatnot. Because that's I think that's step number one. How much do you value your family? How much do you look to your family for certain things? I feel like that will give you your answer like person to person right
right,
then and there. Like me, I care about my family a lot. Now that I'm getting older, on my dad's side of the family, I have my generation of the family. I'm the oldest in my generation on my dad's side.
mm,
At least out of those like who are here in Orlando.
yeah,
So I feel the responsibility to, you know, reach out to my younger cousins. I'm horrible at it. I'm trying to get better at
but
it.
it's still on his mind. Yeah,
Yeah, like it's still on my mind to be like, oh, I got to reach out to these guys,
Yeah.
see if they want to hang out because I'm the oldest. It is my responsibility to do that. Well, on the flip side, on my mom's side, I'm one of the youngest.
right.
I'm one of the babies in the family.
So it's kind of reversed. You get reached
Exactly.
out to.
So yeah, I get
Yeah.
I get both sides of it. So whenever I see my mom's side of the family and I see all my cousins, being the youngest, I see like my older cousin. And you've met most of my family.
Yeah,
I see them, doing their best to, talk to me, have conversations with me, just see where I'm at and whatnot, which I really do appreciate. Um, I just don't get to see him as much as I would like to. Like a common argument I get into with my mother is, oh, you value your friends more than you value your family. No, I don't. I value my friends and my family quite honestly equally.
Yeah.
Because they both mean so much to me because I have my close friends who have done so much for me, you included obviously, and I have my family who has done so much for me. They both my friends and my family have played a pivotal role in who I have become as a man. So it's not that I value like my friends more or my family more. It's just that there are times where listen, I made plans to go here before you brought this idea to me.
yeah. No, and that totally makes
And at
sense.
that point,
Yeah,
I don't play favorites.
Yeah.
I play fair. You know me. I play fair. I don't play favorites. I just play fair.
right.
So, like, if you invited me to something that sounds like the absolute ball of a time, but I already agreed to do something else, you know me. I've told you this multiple times. Like, I'm sorry, but I told this person I'd be here at this time and whatnot.
And that's just standing on your word, right? Like I think people do that, of course, all the time. Like you wouldn't treat someone differently because of the circumstance that you're in, or I don't think that's the right word, but that makes perfect sense. Yeah, but I think that's really interesting because I guess it's been on my mind a lot. Talking with you, talking with Alyssa, my girlfriend who was on the last episode. I think and also just reflecting on this past month or so, like family and how I'm really grateful for mine, but also see like on the flip side as well, like the struggles that we go through, and kind of like being like, oh, I don't like this and that about so and so, but I really appreciate the fact that they also, despite the struggles that they're going through, they are there for me as well, and also, and then with my life, I can also on the flip side see other people's families and how that has affected them
Right.
and that dynamic, because I find it really interesting. When you said I've seen people come from bad families and turn out great, and then I've seen people with good families turn out badly, I've seen more of the first one than the second one because it's interesting because I've seen something where it says like in the early ages of your life, um, the your greatest influence and the things that shape you are your family, and then in like the early like later like once you get into the, like that 10 years old to like your teens, the people who will shape you are your friends and or who will have the greatest influence on you and who will shape you who you are your friends because those are who you will start spending the most time with at school and then outside of school when you hang out with them. So, thinking about that, I think in that former category of people who are have great families but turn out not so great people, some pretty, shitty people, it's probably the friends, right? Probably the friends that you choose in the end who subconsciously, unknowingly shape you, reflect who you are as a person, right?
I didn't think about that. Yeah, I didn't know that. That's actually really interesting. I didn't.
Because I think, as you grow up, you kind of drift apart, right? In some sense from like your parents, right? There's the responsibility of, you know, bedtime, the responsibilities of like going out all the time, and so on and so forth. They they kind of go away, right? Like you
Yeah,
become
as you get
independent,
older.
and then you start hanging out with friends that you create, right? And so that slowly becomes the people who you unknowingly, when you choose, they kind of become a reflection of you, or they shape you, right? So all that time that you spent with your family in the beginning years, now you've become an adult, or not an adult, but now you've become old enough where you start making time for other people, and then those people shape you,
Right.
which I think is really interesting.
No, I'm actually glad you brought that up. I've never thought of that, which I find weird because I've said this to you numerous times. I've said this to the friend group numerous times, the group chat, and like right before I started hanging out with you guys, I just got out of one of the worst ruts of my life,
Right.
mentally. And excuse me, Lord, excuse me. And while I had a lot of time before then to, really shape myself and figure out who I wanted to be, the process of it didn't start happening until I started hanging out with you guys.
Right.
Like, like during that time, I figured out that okay, I need to fix this part of me. I need to fix this part of me. I need to become better in this area, in that area. But it probably didn't start actually happening, and I probably didn't start really becoming who I was, like the man I am today, until I started hanging out with y'all
Right.
that summer.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a very interesting point there. I'm glad you
Yeah.
brought that up.
Yeah. No. Yeah. It becomes something that even like subconsciously, the things you see people do, the things you see, um, people like how they react, how they behave in certain scenarios. You kind of adapt, or you not adapt. You kind of imitate. And you're like, wow, or like it's subconsciously or consciously, right? There's things like you consciously think, wow, that's actually a really good quality to have, or mentality to have, or whatever it may be, or their conversations
Hmm.
where they give out wisdom or something like that.
Yeah, cause oh, man, I couldn't tell you the amount of like deep conversations me and Dom had when we all started hanging out as a group, and I remember those conversations very vividly. Um, and hell, I mean, I've gotten to a point now where I've had, I'm not gonna say like life changing conversations, but like I've had a lot of conversations with at least one of all of you, like in the group chat, like individually, not even like in a group like
Right.
setting, just individually,
Yeah.
where I've had a conversation with all of y'all, and I walked away with it, like learning so much from them, learning so much about just myself, making a lot of realizations, but just really listening to what I'm saying, which I think is another huge thing that really plays in all of this is it takes a very self-aware and very introspective person to be able to consciously see and hear, these things that, the people around them are doing,
Mm-hmm.
for them to go, okay, I start doing that. I need to start doing that. It takes a very self-aware person to be like, oh, that's an area I'm lacking in. I'm not doing that. I need to get better at that,
Yeah.
so I can get to, not necessarily get to where they're at, but just to be better.
Yeah, I think it's a really good quality to have when you have friends that you look up to or qualities that they look up to. Um, and it's also really nice when you have friends that what's it called, that also hold you accountable, right? Friends that you think, wow, hey, I really like that you do this. Let's do this too, or they say, hey, you said you wanted to do this. Let's do this, kind of friends that lift you up, and they also, they're there for you, good and bad.
Will knock you down a peg if you need to.
Yeah, we'll dog on you if you feeling a little too confident. Yeah.
Which I think I think out of all of my close friends, I don't think there's a single one of them that would gaslight me into doing something that is bad for me, which is great. That is a great thing to have.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, say this podcast were like just to blow up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm,
next week we wake up and the podcast has 500,000 subscribers, and
right.
all of a sudden we're big shit.
Right.
Not a single person in that group chat would treat us differently.
Yeah, no, I don't think they would. Most definitely not.
Not
No.
a single person. Not a single person in the group chat. They would like. We would still be Drew and Luca, the two children of the group chat.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I wouldn't want it any other way. They have their stuff going on, and that's how it should be, right? We
Mm-hmm.
they have their own lane, we have ours, and then that's kind of how it goes,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Um, but yeah, I just think that it's really interesting. Thinking about this, thinking about like the time that we spend with our friends. It kind of shapes who we are, and like in a lot of ways, it's a reflection of who we are because I think talking about this is made me realize like family is permanent. Like those are people that will forever be by your side or be like a part of who you are and by your side, unless obviously you don't want it to be like let's say like toxic family members or so on and so forth, bad environment. Yes,
Right.
cut them off. But like in a normal environment, like they will always be there, right? Like good and bad, they'll be there. But your friends are the ones that like you pick, right? Like you choose.
Typically the first option. Yeah.
Yeah, and those are the people who like you yourself for the first time pick out. That you yourself like said that's the person. That's my right hand man.
Yeah.
And that's really interesting. Like
Yeah. Because
those are a reflection of you.
you're born into this world with already so many people willing to do whatever for you, and that's all you have for what, about the first 3 4 years before you gain consciousness.
Yeah.
And then you start making your friends and whatnot.
And you're like, who is this guy?
Yeah, exactly. It's like you're born into this world with already so many people who are gonna do everything in their power to make sure you're okay, and then obviously we start making friends like in preschool, 3 4 years old, but a lot of those friends you make in preschool don't typically last that long.
No, they don't last as long.
So I would say like around like, I want to say elementary school, but that's probably only like in my case, where like my best friend is like, aside from you, like my best friend is like my childhood best friend from first grade.
I mean, no, I think elementary school that's happened sometimes. Yeah, I think typically it's probably a little bit older, but yeah, elementary school is possible for sure.
So it's definitely like high school where you really, because high school is also just a time where, at least most parents I would like to think, let their kids start going out more and
Yeah.
start letting the reins loose a little bit.
Yeah.
Not being so strict. I know that's literally what happened with me.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Like high school came around, I don't remember me ever going to hang out with friends during middle school. Going to hang out with friends outside of like the friends I already had for like years, like since elementary school.
Yeah, I think the trust is gets built up.
You know, that wasn't a thing till like sophomore year of high school for me.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
because before then it was always like, oh, do I know them? Have I met their parents?
Yeah. No.
I, I, I need
Yes.
I need to have a conversation with their
Yes.
parents.
The classic. Do I know their parents? Yes,
It,
for
it, was, it
sure.
was it was always one of those in my household. Like, okay, but do I know their parents? I'm just like,
Yeah.
well, no. Well, then
Yeah.
you're not going.
Yeah. You can't just say I'm gonna meet up with little Timmy. I don't know who the fuck little Timmy
Exactly.
is.
But
No, that's
now,
not gonna happen.
if I'm like, hey, I'm gonna go to a friend's house. She'll just ask me, oh, what friend? I can give her just a name. It doesn't have to be the right name.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. No. Of course.
If by some
We have no reason to lie.
if by some odd reason my mom does find this episode, then again I'm never lying about where I'm going.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, it's just like, oh, I'm going to this person's house. Oh, I'm going here. I'm going there, and they might have like a question or two. That's
Yeah.
really about it. They're
And
never
then
gonna.
we answer it obviously, and then it's like, all right.
I mean, you saw it the other day, like when we were leaving my house. My mom was like, "Oh, where are y'all going?" I just said, "I don't know," and she was like, "Well, okay."
I mean that was the honest answer. We genuinely were like,
We didn't know where we were going.
well, we gotta go, but
We don't know where we're going, but we're going.
I honestly I forgot where we went. I don't know where did we go. No fucking
You're
clue.
asking the wrong person, dog.
I forgot. I'll be so for real. I remember that interaction because I thought it was hilarious. He literally said, "I don't know." She said, "Okay," and then we closed the door and left. I was like, "That's real. That's so real. That's crazy."
I'm damn near 20 years old. Like,
Yeah, she just said, "All right."
I'm damn near 20 years old. Like, what do you? At that point, like, what can you do?
I love the pause too. It was like a little pause. She goes, "Okay," like shit.
I think it's also because she just knew that. I think that little pause was like her gauging whether I was like fucking with her or if I just was being genuine.
And then
Which
she
I was being genuine.
No, he's like, bro's being dead ass. He does not know where he's going. Okay, I mean, fuck. I mean, like, at the end of the day, like, we honestly, we probably did something really boring and lame. And she also has a location, too, right?
That's it.
Like, she didn't give a goddamn. It was like, pfft.
Like, if she really wants to know where I'm at, she checks my location.
Yeah, honestly.
If she really, really wants to know.
Also, it's not like he gives items all the time. You know what I mean? He's always saying, like, where he's going or what he's got going on. So, like, at the time, we genuinely did not know what we were going to do or where we were going to go. And so he was just like, I don't know.
Yeah, but it is still just weird to think about, because I wouldn't say that like started happening until like a little bit during senior year of high school, but like we weren't really even going out that much. Like, it was either you were coming here or I was going over to your house.
Yeah, no. We were, like, when you have school every day.
You don't want to go out all the time.
Yeah, you don't want to go out all the time. Like, you're like, bro, I want to be home. You know
Plus,
what I mean?
was working too at that time during senior year.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Like, no.
Yeah, we had work and school. You like, come on.
Like, bro, I'm like starting my day at 5:30 in the morning. You think when I get home at 2:00, I'm trying to like go out and party?
No.
I'm tired, brother.
No, we got stuff to do. And if we don't got stuff to do, that's nap time, motherfucker. One bite that clock, bro. It's pre-K. Nap time. Bro,
Well,
stop playing with me.
You took naps. I didn't.
Yeah, actually, I did not take... Actually, no. During senior year, I took a few naps, yes.
No, you definitely took naps.
Yeah.
There was definitely times where I would walk into your house at like 4 or 5 in the afternoon and you'd be knocked the fuck out in your bed.
That's fair.
And
I
if
mean,
it wasn't for me just walking into your house,
yeah.
you probably would have kept sleeping.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's fair. Yeah, I remember taking naps for sure. But, I wasn't like a serial napper, but yeah. At times I would. I mean, yeah, okay. Listen, yes, did I take like a nap or two here? Yeah, yes, that did happen. That is accurate. But yeah, no, we're not fucking like going out. Like, I don't know. I think people who went like crazy or went out all the time in high school, y'all gotta chill out. Like,
Those are the same motherfuckers whose primes were in high school, probably. I'm not gonna lie to you.
that's bad. No, it's bad.
Like the same people who was going out all the time, that was probably your prime.
That's bad.
And if it wasn't, then good for you. I'm not saying that to wish bad on you or like talk down to you. I'm just saying, more times than not, the kind of people who were always doing crazy shit in high school, that was
Right.
probably the peak of their life.
Yeah. But yeah, that is interesting. Like, I forgot what I was talking about. Wait, hold up.
Me too. I'm glad you said it before I did.
Bro, fuck.
We were talking about family. We were talking about the importance of family.
Yeah, no, but
I think before we went on the tangent, we were talking about like choosing friends over family. I believe.
fuck yes. No, but you said something to the extent of, man, you know what? Put that doo 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 doo. It's just
Are you
it's just
telling me to edit right now?
it's just having some
Are you telling future me how to edit right now?
bro, it'd be perfect. It'd be
All right.
hilarious. We're just going on a tangent and then nobody gives a goddamn about what we're saying right now. Man.
All right, future me, you know what to do. Put on the music.
Yeah, it'd be pretty bad.
What the fuck were we talking about?
Bro, oh,
Okay, no, but okay, what did I say that?
you said that we were going like people going out all the time, right? But what did you say before that to like? Oh yes, we were talking about how your mom. You said I don't know your mom, but we were going, and how you were saying how if you like in high school, like during senior year, if you weren't going out, you were just going to my house or I was going to your house.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, so that basically was what happened, and the context of that conversation was how during high school was when we let out the reins in terms of going out and stuff. No more asking permission or all that shit. And that's when you make friends,
Yeah,
right?
like that like it was like it really started at least for me, like summer heading into senior year
Yes.
because
Yeah.
again
No, for sure. I agree.
like because before that for me like I would kind of go out. No, I really wouldn't. Like my first time like going out with friends with like no adult supervision, I want to say, was like the last day of freshman year when I went out with Kelly and you didn't even know me then, but I went out with Kelly and Danny. I'm probably have to bleep their names because I don't want people's businesses out there. I went out with them on the last day of freshman year, and that kind of kickstarted our like trio of friendship. Like we already knew each other, but that kind of just kickstarted our I don't want to say three-way. That sounds fucking weird. Because I was the only guy. It sounds fucking weird. But our little trio, that's where that was really kickstarted, and we really wouldn't hang out much after. I don't remember us hanging out that much that summer if it wasn't only that one time.
That's crazy.
And then sophomore year, genuinely, I think I was just so busy with choir sophomore year.
Mm.
And then the pandemic happened, and pandemic is over. And not pandemic was over because it was still like kind of going on when we all started hanging out, but it was severely died down.
It was winding down like very much.
It was started like heavily winding down. I went back face to face, starting the second semester junior year. That's I had already met everyone in the friend group, like in the group chat, but when you're put in a room and it's only those motherfuckers in the room.
Y'all gotta cook.
Exactly. Like, y'all kind of have no choice but to bond, or like, because you don't want to be in a room with 5 motherfuckers and all y'all hate each other.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm sure there'd be like one guy that you're like, I don't know so much, but yeah.
Oh, no, there definitely was 1 or 2 people in that class that the rest of us that are in the group chat didn't like.
Well, who? I mean, you can pick out names. Who else was in class voice that year? Oh,
It was
yes.
we did not fuck with those people. Well, at least one of them. Like,
That's
there was one of
funny.
them we like actually didn't fuck with. The other one kind of was just we didn't really talk to them that much.
They were just there.
Yeah, they were kind of just there. But the other one we actively just didn't fuck with.
It's pretty funny.
It was the funniest thing because Issa, I'm not gonna bleep Issa's name because I feel like Issa has a chance to end up on the podcast at some point.
Oh yeah, no, she could for sure be on the podcast if she wanted to.
I've had a lot of people ask already about being
Really?
on the podcast. Yeah.
Really? Who yeah?
Chris.
Real?
Chris
Wait,
has talked about it.
no shot. Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I've had some people be like, "Dope, we got to be on the podcast." Like Nico, Aiden.
I'm down with that.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like people we actually fuck with.
Wow.
But yeah.
Chris, Nico, and Aiden. That's wow.
I just remember.
What a banger 3 names right there.
That's what I'm saying.
Wow, it's crazy.
I-
Chris? Wow.
Those are some fire people, man.
Okay.
I just remember when the class voice group chat was started, it was Issa who started the group chat, even though she technically wasn't in the class. She just hung out during class voice.
Isn't that hilarious?
So
That's pretty funny.
She started the group chat, wasn't even in the class.
Forgot about that, honestly.
Yeah.
Deadass.
So that group chat just started with me, Issa, Dom, and Julio, because Eric wasn't in class voice,
He was not. That's also something that was crazy. Wow.
and you, well, when the time the group chat started, I think you were still in the middle of your Brazil trip.
I was in class voice. To be fair, I was in.
Yeah,
class
you were in the
voice, but
class.
I was in.
You were
yes,
in the
I was
class, but
Brazil.
you weren't face to face. And I think when the group chat started, you were still in Brazil.
Funny.
Yeah, real funny. If you know, you know, and if you don't,
Don't worry about it. Do not worry about it. If we we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I don't think I will ever talk about Brazil on this podcast. Just because I refuse to. But if that happens to come up, I guess
I think it'd be some funny stories.
it'd be hilarious. It'd be some pretty hilarious fucking stories, but probably not. I'll tell you what. I didn't do a goddamn thing in terms of homework in Brazil. Nothing.
Nope.
Didn't do a damn thing. On God, I didn't.
The semester started, and I remember when the semester started, like the teachers always be like, "Where's Luca?" And I think the only ones who knew were like Issa. Issa would always be like, "Oh, he's in Brazil." I dead ass thought that was a joke. Like I dead ass thought they were joking. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like anytime people are like, "Oh, Luca he's in Brazil right now," I dead ass thought it was like a meme and that you just weren't.
Like an inside joke or something like that.
Yeah, I thought it was like,
haha, he's in Brazil.
I thought it was
right.
an inside joke, and that you just weren't showing up to class.
Right.
Honestly.
Yeah. Like, oh, he's in Brazil. Oh no, he's in Cancun or somewhere. Like some joke. Like
Yeah,
that, right?
no. So
He's
I'm
in
like,
La La Land, right?
I'm like, there's no way these guys in fucking Brazil. He's just not showing up.
Yeah, he's just.
Little did I know you lived across the fucking street.
Yeah. And I was actually in Brazil. Yes, I
didn't
was.
know he was actually in Brazil. Actually.
Yes.
But yeah, when that group chat started, it was just me, Issa, Dom, and Julio, and it was the funniest shit because one of the first few messages were like, "Are we gonna let in?" And we're just like, "Nah."
That's funny.
They can go kick rocks.
Wow.
We're not letting them in.
You were thinking about letting them in.
Oh, me? No, it was. I didn't bring up the idea. It was just like a.
Probably Issa.
I don't really remember who brought up the idea, but I just remember it being a topic of conversation at one point, being like, well, I mean, it is a class voice group chat.
It would have been pretty rough. I'm not gonna lie if that was the case.
We would have had to make a separate group chat, which like.
I think at some point we would have made a separate group chat.
Oh no, we definitely would have.
Just because I think the personalities don't look. I mean, like, and I can say this with confidence because we've tried making other group chats. And
they don't work.
They don't work. Yeah, they
like,
don't work.
There's a reason why the plot to murder Julio has stood the test of time.
Yeah, it's because the dynamic works. Even though we're not like the closest group of five people, it just works. Like we each have our own like relationships to each other, and it works.
Like everyone has like.
That's actually a good question.
Everyone has their person in the group, but we still have moments where we all come together.
Yeah. When was the last time all five of us were all in the same room?
I know the last time at least there was 4 of us in the same room.
Was the party, right?
That was a party, yeah. Because I remember when I walked in because I was late to my own party. Make that make sense. I remember when I walked in, I was just like, "Damn, when was the last time all 4 of us were in the same room together?"
Crazy.
I just wait, no, 5. Me, you, Issa, Dom, Eric. 5.
Sorry, so we're missing Julio. So
We're missing
6.
so 6.
So there are 6 people.
There's 6 people.
So
the
all
last
6
time
of
all
us.
6 of us, dude, it had to have been like,
man,
was it before senior year?
No. No way, right? Like,
No
no
way.
shot.
Because I'm trying to think.
Maybe the summer.
I've hung out with, because just for context, Julio is,
The odd man out in the scenario.
he's the odd man out because he lives 4 hours away in Tallahassee.
Yeah, it's not by choice.
Which
He's
I am going up to Tallahassee next weekend
funny enough.
to go and see him, and and he's come down numerous times,
But he pulls like an Issa. Like Issa's the same thing. Actually, all of them do the same thing. Where they're all like, "Are you guys free tonight?" And it's like 6 p.m. You're like, "What the fuck? You can't like. That's not how this works."
yeah, it's pretty bad.
So he does that too. Except he didn't text in the group chat. He just texts one of us. Like I don't know. He just picks days. Where like one day he texts you, or
One
one
day he'll text you.
Well, no, he doesn't text me. Apparently, he doesn't fucking text me.
Really? Oh, weird.
No, he doesn't. I mean, I don't know. I don't really mind. He has 3 days here. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
I don't take it that personal. We're not
whenever
that
he's
close, you
here,
know?
he's not here for long.
Yeah. I don't take it that personal. Like, dude,
Do what
like,
you gotta do.
do what you gotta do. Like,
Like
if I see you, I see you. If you don't, like,
yeah,
it's
which
all
like
good,
the
bro.
last couple times he was in town, you have seen him.
Yeah, I've seen him by extension because I was with you.
Yeah.
But I don't mind. Like, anytime I get to spend with him is a good time. Catch up with him, see how he's doing. If he's good, bet. Like,
Real
great.
shit, real shit.
But yeah, there's never like a group setting where we can all hang out. I know a couple of times some of us hang out and it was pretty fun. Like City Walk. What a time,
Woo!
man! What a time to be alive.
That
City Walk.
day was something else.
Incredible. It was just us. It was us. What? It was 4 of us, right? It was me, you,
No, dude.
Eric, and Issa. 4. Was Dom there too?
I want to say Dom was there.
I don't think Dom was there.
I know for fact Leo was there.
Leo's not part of the group. I don't count Leo. Actually, was Leo even there?
Leo was there. I know that for a fact. The only reason why I know that is because I remember, because the story goes of that day, the fuckery started with the 3 of them. When Eric took all those fucking edibles.
Yes,
it was
but
the 3 of them. And I know for a fact that
Actually, it was me, you, and Leo in the back seat, right?
yeah, and it
Okay.
was Issa and Eric in the front seat.
There we go. Yes, so Leo was there. The reason why I said I don't remember if Leo was there or not is because I distinctly remember hanging out with Eric most of the night, and it
Which
wasn't
he
like
does
hanging
not.
out with him. It was more of I guess babysitting him to a sense because bro
Not to a sense.
he was
You were just babysitting him.
he was geeking out,
No,
bro.
he was geeked, and
He
we were none the wiser.
it was a rough night for him. I'm gonna be real with you.
I want to
still
get
hilarious.
I want to get Eric on the 420 episode. I want to see if I can get him to tell that story.
Oh, that sounds incredible. That sounds actually hilarious. Then I won't say too much, but City Walk was an experience.
That was an interesting night.
Yes.
Man, just
There's also BJ's.
which one?
Well,
By the way, you already know it's bad when I have to ask which one.
like all 5 of us went there. Remember, I think Eric pulled up too. Dom was there for sure. I think.
Yes, I am remembering now.
Issa was there. I
I'm
think
starting to-
Eric came too.
No, it was all of us except Julio. I'm starting to remember
Yeah.
this now.
That was a fun time.
Yeah. So like whenever the entire group gets together, it's always a great time, and I usually
Interesting time too.
I usually don't really remember those because I usually get ass blasted high.
Yeah.
Because what is one to do when they go to BJ's except be high as shit? At least in my experiences.
That's funny. That is interesting. You know.
I don't think. I think I have an active streak going where every time I've been in the BJ's, I've been high as shit.
What an interesting streak to have.
Yeah, it's not one I'm shooting for, but it's just one I happen to have.
It's just a coincidental
Yeah,
type of thing.
I don't shoot for it. It's nothing I try to do. It just happens that way.
Mm.
Because what else is one to do when it's like 10 o'clock at night? You're high as shit out with a bunch of your friends, and most restaurants close at 11 o'clock, but BJ's closes at midnight.
So it's just out of sheer convenience.
Yeah, pretty much.
And the Pazookies.
Oh my
The
God,
Pazookies are
Pazookies.
incredible.
Oh
I
my
love
God.
Pazookies.
Dude, I don't know why I was about to be like, dog, do you know how hard those bust while high as fuck, as if you haven't also had one high as fuck?
Dude, Pazookies are incredible, and I will stand by that.
No, they're
Truly magical. Truly.
like,
Can't
if
understate.
I were to walk up to somebody and be like, bro, God is not real, and their evidence was just Pazookies, I'd be like, you're right.
You'd be like,
I've converted.
shit.
I am now a Christian.
Yeah, man, say what you want, brother. If your guy got Pazookies, I'm in there, brother.
What God do you believe in? The one with Pazookies.
The one with Pazookies.
The one that made Pazookies, brother.
If you think God made Pazookies, I'll be there, brother. That man truly blessed us. Blessed my soul each and every day.
Bored.
But yeah, we'll have to work on that. We'll have to work on time where all 6 of us will be in the same room.
That's a lot of microphones.
Maybe not for a podcast, but I think just in general, like we just
Oh, I mean, yeah.
It'll be an interesting dynamic for sure.
I would
'cause-
definitely love to see if I can get the entire group chat on a podcast episode. That does sound
Oh,
fun.
I mean, yeah, for a podcast, that'd be interesting.
That
Just
does
because we
sound
could
fun.
tell stories and stuff and see how it goes.
Oh, that'd be a long episode.
It would be a long episode.
That'd be a really long episode with a lot of stories.
Yeah, I mean, like maybe we could make like a 2-parter, like a special or something. Who knows?
The Plot to Murder Julio group chat special.
Yes, that sounds fun. No, honestly, that sounds really fucking fun. That sounds fun as shit.
Did we
Yeah.
just cook?
Yeah, we can. Yeah, I think we
I
just
think we
cooked.
just cooked without even trying.
Yeah.
Look at us go.
Don't get your hopes up, guys. That's gonna take a bit. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, no.
Actually, what holiday is nice? Because the only person who we feel like
Bro,
would
the
be
year just started.
like we just need like one weekend where Julio can stop by, and we can get like an hour of his time. You know
That's
what I
probably
mean?
not gonna happen until like spring break.
Spring break is
That's in March.
what? Is it the beginning of March?
That's like end of March.
Damn.
So like spring break, and that's if he decides to not like slave himself and work, because he could very well just be like, well, if I don't have classes, I'm gonna just work mad hours
Yeah, that's
and
fair.
stay home.
That's fair. We'll work on that. We'll see. We will see tentatively what day we can get.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he can come down for a weekend. We'll see what he does.
Hopefully, but one thing that is for certain, I will definitely try to like Eric will be on that 420 special episode. He will. for
Yeah,
sure be
I
on
mean
that
we
episode.
can bring him on before then if you really want to.
We could, but I feel like he has to be there for the 420 special.
For sure.
I feel like him and Issa, honestly, because like those are our two pothead friends. Well, like all of our friends are kind of potheads, but like those are. I think those were like both of our like first pothead friends.
Sure.
At least for me, like out of all my friends, though, when I think of like, oh, out of all your friends, who smokes weed, like the first three I'm thinking of off the top of my head, Issa, Eric, Nico. Like I don't even have to think about it. Just like off the top of my head, like yeah, no, these are some of the biggest potheads I know, and they are some
Yeah.
of my closest friends.
I mean, that's gonna be a fun episode. I think either way we need to get Eric on. We need to get Eric at
For
some
sure.
point. I think Chris Jose. Wait, no, Jose didn't say anything. Chris.
Damn. Just
Well, I'm not gonna put his name out there, and bro doesn't want to come on. Nah, Chris, like because I know Chris,
Nico,
Nico, and
Aiden.
Aiden. Yeah, those are 3 names.
Those are
Issa,
some 4 fantastic names, 4 fantastic
Eric.
people, 5 fantastic names, 5 fantastic people.
Yeah,
All people who bring their own sense of insanity.
yeah. Very exciting.
Can't wait for that to happen.
Yeah, it's overall I think it's been a pretty interesting episode.
I don't even remember how we started the episode, quite honestly with you.
We started the episode. I remembered it and then I forgot.
Yeah.
How did we start the episode?
I don't know, but I'll figure that out when I edit it.
Amen. There we go. We're not gonna do that whole like do because like we're not gonna try to rack our brains trying to remember this like
No.
an hour-long conversation. Because that'd be impossible. That's bad. We have traveled to a lot of different conversations.
And again, like we said in the last episode, if you ever wondered what it's like to just hang out with us for a day, this is it.
Yeah.
Where one conversation leads you somewhere, and then that conversation takes you somewhere else, and then by the time you get done with the 4th tangent, you realize, wait a minute,
We didn't even answer the question.
the conversation that started this conversation didn't even really get resolved.
Yep. Yeah, we didn't answer the question.
I mean, I think we answered all questions.
Yeah,
we
I
may have
think
asked
so.
each other.
Yeah, I think so. I think we did
I
a pretty good job
hope.
saying, wait a minute. But this is what we're talking about.
Right.
I think we tried that.
Also, I'm gonna check the camera and hope that it didn't cut off this time, because if it did, that'd be bad.
Drum roll. Oh, so yeah, I haven't seen it. How did you figure that out? Did you on the last one?
We're still recording.
There we go. On the last one, what did you plan? What did you do?
So pretty much what I did was take the gradient background that I'm going to be using for all the thumbnails. Just slapped like the same picture that is, you know, like the channel icon and whatnot. I just took like the picture of us. I spread this out more so that we weren't so close, and just just very light animation. Just us moving up and down, just Also, I just put like the name of the podcast, like Super Catcher Podcast, is just right there, big letters. Also just very lightly animated, nothing crazy,
Nice.
just to give people something to look at.
No, for sure. Yeah.
And yeah, I think that was it. Oh, if you made it, well, for one, if you made it to this point in the podcast, thank you so much.
Thank you. Yes.
We really appreciate your viewership. And as I was editing the last episode, um, I noticed, like, I don't suffer with, like, epilepsy or anything like that, but I can see how, like, maybe the changing lights could be a bit rough for some people. So let us know down in the comments if you just want one still color, or if you like the vibes of like the changing colors and whatnot. Let us know, and we will make adjustments.
Yeah. If you have any suggestions in terms of any colors you have, because I know like right now usually Drew keeps the room in a theme, but right now it's fucking January. Right. There's no fucking there's no
there's
no
no
holiday,
theme.
no nothing.
Yeah, so
to
like
theme
if you go back and watch, well, there is no watch the first episode, or at
But-
least the first recorded episode, because
Yes.
that's never going to see light of day.
Yep.
But if you like watch the clips from those episodes, you'll see like how, I had like the strip right behind me, like solid red. I had some of them green. For Christmas.
Yeah, it was Christmas
It was
themed.
Christmas time, so I have my room very Christmas themed. Also the LED lights in my car were red and green. Christmas themed.
You didn't see that, but like take his word for it.
Yeah, just take my word for it.
It's
Just
the
take my
be-
word for it.
It's the believe me, bro.
Yeah, just believe me. So yeah, but then Christmas time is over, and there really is no theme. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna have a theme for until the next fucking holiday season.
Yeah, until what, like Valentine's Day, maybe.
Oh yeah, I'll keep the room. I'll keep the room red for Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. I did it last year. I don't
I
know why
mean,
just
should
thinking.
we do a Valentine's Day special? Question mark.
Me and what girlfriend?
I mean, it doesn't have to be girlfriend. But it could, I don't know, like homies day, Valentine's Day. I don't know. We can bring people on. I don't know.
Sure. I mean, yeah, I'm down for a Valentine's Day special.
We can figure something out. We can figure out what to do in a Valentine's Day special.
I feel like all conversations that day have to be relationship themed, though. I feel like.
To relationships
Yeah, I feel like all like
or
conversations.
love.
Yeah, I feel like all conversations for the Valentine's Day special have to revolve around love, to some capacity.
Okay.
So
Yeah. I'm down with that.
look out for that too, I guess, guys.
There we go.
We got Valentine's Day special in about a month.
Yeah, it's not gonna come that soon, but yeah.
Well, I mean, 3 weeks, I guess, because this is being recorded on January 13th. Not gonna come out till next Friday, which would be the 19th.
It'd be the 18th, but yeah, cause it's midnight.
No, it's currently the 13th. So go back a day.
Yeah.
Posting it next Friday would be.
Oh, you cooked.
The
No. You cooked. You
Yeah,
cooked.
no.
You cooked.
I don't know where you even got 18th from, honestly.
No. I thought you counted 7. But
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
Gotcha.
yeah.
But yeah. So look out on the horizon. We already the Valentine's Day special coming up in a couple
We'll
weeks.
see who we get on here. We'll see what Yeah.
Yeah, it's 420 special also coming up on 4 fucking 20. Who could have guessed? And
Pretty long from now, but yeah.
few months, but it'll happen.
Should we? So question. This is boring. Sorry. Should we record the video on 420, or should we record it and then have it come out on 420 for everyone to watch?
Record it and have it come out on 420.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, it's for the best.
I would love to record it on 420.
And have it come out on 420.
Yeah, but that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, it's not realistic.
Because here's the thing: on the 420 podcast, I feel like we have to get high as shit,
Mm.
and I know my ass is not gonna be one. In order for us to get it out on the same day, we'd have to film it at like early as fuck in the morning.
Yep.
So, like we would have to start our day rather early. Then I would have to, because like the whole editing process for this was rather easy. Because just editing these podcasts is just making sure everything is good. Like there's nothing I really have to go in and do.
Right.
Everything's already kind of done for me.
Just little touch ups and minor things that you want to change, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then I have to account for the damn near 3-hour process of just to upload the bitch.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's possible. It's doable, but I'll also be high as shit. So I'm already gonna be working in slow mo. So I think it would be best if we just did an episode, recorded it like at the way we currently have our recording schedule.
Yep.
Record the episode week before it goes out, and then
Have it come out.
on
Bet.
420.
Sounds good to me.
So yeah. Anything else? I think.
No, I think we're all good.
I think that we're all good. So there it is.
Hey man, wishing good luck to my Dolphins tomorrow. We got this.
NFL playoffs starting. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And yeah.
Thank you guys so much for getting. If you've made it to this point in the podcast, thank you so much. We love you guys.
Yeah, we do love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. We appreciate it.
If you're one of our close friends that are just watching to support us, we appreciate you guys.
Amen.
If you're a random stranger who just happened upon this, once again, thank you so much. We love you.
Yep.
And if you're somebody who is just watching this podcast to keep tabs on us,
what's good with you? What's up?
get a new fucking life.
How you?
Get a fucking life.
Oh no.
No, I'm so fucking serious. Because these are people. Because at that point, I'm talking to people that we know. I said people who are watching this to keep tabs on us. You know what I'm saying? At that point.
Oh yeah.
At that point, we probably know who they are.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Right.
if you're watching this to keep tabs on us, then
No. Stop being a bum. You either text us or you don't.
do you work for the fucking feds?
Yeah, like what you doing? Huh?
Because if not,
You have our
I'm
number.
I'm sure they're hiring.
Yeah, what you doing? You have our number.
You know where we live.
Yeah, come on. Stop playing.
Yeah. What you doing, bro?
What you doing? Text us. Stop being a bum. I have so many people I want to say to, who just don't text us, bro. I can't bleep out their name. Can you bleep out their names?
Oh, I can do it. Yeah, sure.
Bro. You know one person that tried to make plans with us and has never ever texted us to make plans?
What?
Can you guess?
Someone. Oh.
Yeah. Nah. I mean, I'll give a pass.
Fair.
I'm thinking of one person who verbatim said, "Let's do this." We made plans, or we didn't make plans, but like we said, we're gonna do this, right? We should do this, and then bro just never followed up.
Oh, would it happen to be the person we were supposed to hang out with today?
No. I'll give a pass too,
Okay.
because bro's dying.
Yeah. Then you've got me, honestly. Yeah, that motherfucker fell at the face of the fucking
Yeah, you
planet.
fucking fumbling. Fuck you. What a clown. I mean, no, I
He
no.
doesn't know what we're talking about.
No, yeah, no.
If he were to come across this,
Yeah,
I
no.
bleeped out his name.
Yeah, no. I mean, I love you, to be fair, but like, that's fucked, bro. My feelings are hurt. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Damn.
Yeah, but it's all good. I'm sorry, guys. Didn't mean to keep you there. Thank you guys for watching. If you know who you are, hey, you have my number. You're not texting me. I won't take that personal. All right, I'm not gonna let that slide. Oh God, I'm not.
And if you have our numbers and you don't text us because something bad happened between us, we're both very forgiving people.
Depends on who you are.
That too. We're very forgiving,
Yeah,
depending on who you are and if
Yeah.
there's a good enough reason to forgive you.
Yeah, I mean, depending on what you did too.
That too, yeah.
If you absolutely disrespect me, there's
Yeah,
no
no,
shot. buddy.
if you're like my ex from like 8th grade who cheated on me, fuck you.
Wow,
No, I'm
that
kidding.
was
I really don't care.
personal. Damn,
I'm kidding. I don't care. I was like a fucking 2-week long relationship.
bro didn't let it slide. Middle school relationship did not let that shit
Bro,
slide.
I really don't know what.
That was his evil character arc.
I really don't know what hat I pulled it out of because that is not something I think about on a daily fucking basis. I just
Wow.
like in that moment it just came to me again.
Wow, that was a personal attack.
Yeah, no.
She
And
just
if you
got
happen
attacked.
To be, if you happen to be that person, I do apologize.
Caught her
Alright.
stray for no reason.
Sorry.
That's crazy.
Anyways, thank you guys so much
Yeah.
for watching. If you ever feel like you don't have a place in this world, you do.
Yeah.
You are loved. You deserve to be loved. And if you need to rhyme, I forgot to spiel. I fucked up. You take over.
Yeah, if you ever need anything, you know that we're here. We'll always have a place to stay. You are loved by us at the very minimum. Take care of yourself. Do your best. We will always be here if you guys need anything. Let us know. Don't be a stranger.
And for all of our
Interact down below. We'll talk to you. Why not?
and for all of our college students who have just started this semester,
Keep going.
you
Time to
got
cook.
it, dude.
Time to cook.
We're all in the same boat.
Amen.
2024 is all of our Kobe years. We gotta tighten the fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
Get your money up, not your fucking funny up.
Okay. Get that money up, not your fucking funny up.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. All right, guys. We love y'all.
Hey, yo, take care.
Peace.